Hello again in another episode of Gunfire TV. Today we'll be talking about electrons that are inside those batteries made by Titan, producer from US of A. Now, these are lithium-ion batteries. You may heard about those in airsoft like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago, because for a short period of time they were presented on the market with LiPo batteries, which had bigger success, because by then they were more effective. But now Titan is bringing you new quality on airsoft market. Now, why lithium batteries, lithium-ion batteries may be better than lithium polymer batteries? Because first, they don't puff. They don't puff, that means that they will not explode and not burn, what sometimes happens using LiPo batteries. Well, you would not be fan of a battery exploding very near to your face, would ya? Now, no problem with those little bodies. Let me leave the crane stock here because I'm gonna need it in a moment. They also do not have the memory effect. That means that you can load them hundreds of times and they will be still taking the same mAh inside as when you just bought them. They also have higher energy density. That means that in the same volume of battery you will have more mAh. And that's very important because every mAh gives you more shots. Titan batteries are also very durable outside. Let me just present you what I can fit here from those lithium-ion batteries by Titan. So this is Spec Arms replica, quite popular one with quite typical crane stock. Let's start from the smallest. So this 7.4 has 2600 milliamps. Now that's a lot, and it fits perfectly into the stock tube. If you prefer 11.1 and put it into the stock tube, you may use this one. That, yeah, I know, it's much longer, so it should be open almost all the way out. So if you're like 1.60 m, it may be too long for you. But if you still want something that's 11.1, there's a nunchuck for you. It fits perfectly this and most other crane type stocks on the market. If you prefer 7.4, that's also 2600 by the way. If you prefer 7.4 button nunchuck battery, 7000 milliamps. 7000 in this one. You can load it once a year and play all the year. No, I'm joking. Well, it depends how much you shoot. It also fits perfectly to the stock itself. Now, if you do not over replica with a stock, like for example, cut off AR and use PQ battery like this PQ battery box. Now this works perfectly with that little guy. Also, whoop, that wasn't planned. Also 2600 milliamps. This fits perfectly. If you want to go with 11.1, well, this will be a bit too small. You would need bigger PQ box, or for example any kind of battery holster that you can mount outside the replica. Now, if you are an HPA fan and you don't need those big bulky batteries, just only one small to operate your electronics in HPA replica, now maybe this is something that you really need, because this little guy has a special electronical gizmo inside that will prevent it from being overloaded. It will not be overloaded, and it will never lose the amount of the juice to break it, because HPA engines consume very small quantities of power, but they consume it all the time. So if you leave typical LiPo battery inside for longer period of time, it will be broken. Not this one. This will not be discharged totally. Now, also, except batteries, we've got charger. So what you do, you put this here, put this one into the current, and then you can load the battery. But if you do it like so, at this moment You will remember all those horror stories when the TV is turned off and it still works. Yes, because this works also like a test for your battery. It's very simple and it shows you how much of the Ma is still in the battery itself. So you can take it with you on a skirmish and after few thousand of rounds you can check if it's still good. And the funny thing is, if your replica dies because there's not enough juice inside, this will still be okay because long before the motor is not able to pull the spring, this will be discharged and not as much discharge as LiPo, so it will not puff, it will not die. You will load it again and have fun for many thousands of shots. See you again in another episode of Gunfire TV.